Hello, what is going on, guys? My name is Chris here, and today I have another tutorial Tuesdays for you guys. Now today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a gas station. Now I know it sounds a little bit ridiculous to show a tutorial, but trust me, it'll make your park look incredibly awesome, and it'll make it like just like 100 times better. Than people will be like, well, like you put so much detail and blah 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 blah. So yeah, let's just get started. Now this is just, I'm building it on a corner. You don't have to build it on a corner. This is just going to be kind of for a tutorial. This is my corner that I'm building it on. So let's just get started. So obviously we're gonna want to have ground around it, and I'm gonna put around four pieces of whatever. I don't know anymore. But so let's see here. I'm just gonna be doing this. This is gonna be kind of like an alley, and I guess if there's a building right here, yeah. So I'm just gonna be doing this, and then let's see. We'll make a pretty wide building. Alright, that is fantastic. And let's just get, obviously we want to get, no, I'm sorry, this is going to be a little bit of a longer tutorial, so I'm just going to figure it out, and I'm sorry if it get a little bit off track. So obviously gas stations, at least I've never seen one that's made out of concrete, and let's just make one out of this this brown or whatever. And this is pretty decent, tall, and I don't want to build it necessarily right there. Let's see here. Why aren't you snapping on? Snap. And right there is good, because I don't know, I just want it to stick out a little bit more. I want to make sorry. I want to have the alley to be a little bit smaller. And then obviously behind the alley you can have a lot more stuff. Like you can, I don't know, you can add whatever you want. I don't know. I mean, this is just the tutorial. Sorry guys, I don't mean to make this like act like I'm not putting zero effort. I'm just not commentating 110% right now. Alright, now we gotta make the roof. Now the roof we can choose. Now obviously you don't have to use DLC for this building. I'm just doing it just because it's just a little bit easier for me just right now. And I'm gonna be choosing to make this out of the city, and I'm just gonna make it white. And I don't need it on the top because most of the time you won't be seeing the top, you'll be seeing below it. So I'm gonna make this out a little bit, and this is just gonna be for an example. I mean, for reference. I like having stuff connected or sticking, whatever. And let's put it right about. I'll leave it like this. This is perfect. Obviously, this is our overhang, and this is the back of the building, obviously. And let's see, so this part is sticking out, so we're just gonna turn snapping off and push this in a little bit. Doesn't need to be 110% perfect, and that looks pretty good actually. Even though it's sticking out, you won't really notice it depending on what you're using. And then now we have this building sticking out. Now what I want to do before and doing this is the really cool thing I figured out, I'm pretty sure people have done this, is that 2 wide rails, it makes basically 1 pad. And what this does is now we can change the colors of it, and we'll go to the park color, whatever. Now this gives us a flat white, and we can mess around what colors we want to be on the side, as you've seen gas stations before, I'm pretty sure. And let's see, I'm gonna do a green and blue, and there we go. And let's just obviously we're gonna copy and paste it, and it doesn't have to be too perfect. There we go. And then we'll move it like this, and awesome, fantastic. And it doesn't have to be perfect because obviously you won't see anything under it. So right there, see, to me this looks 100 times better when you're adding this. Even though it does take up a little bit more terrain, to me it just makes it look like you took 100 times more effort than it actually did take. And the way I'm gonna to make this building process a little bit easier is I'm just going to do this one corner, and then I'm going to copy and paste that. And the reason I copy and paste the way I do is just because the way I know how to do it. I know there's an easier way to do it, but I'm just going to leave it how it is because it's the way how I do it. And yeah, so stop commenting about it. So let's just copy, and I think the colors will be flipped, but you know what, it's just a tutorial, so it's not going to be the end of the world. Actually, no, it isn't. I'm wrong. There we go. Now that looks quite awesome. As you can see, now you can get the big picture, and like you can see under here, it's starting to turn out pretty awesome. Now we're going to start adding the gas pumps. Now for me, I don't want to have this ugly color and we want to change the color obviously, but I don't like that, and I'm gonna make this a factory. Now this will have kind of like this color, and now we're gonna have this concrete stuff, but I don't really like this ugly kind of crap. So let's just, I'm gonna be moving this one out because basically we're gonna be smashing a or not smashing, but we're gonna be putting a, there we go, like so. I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to explain this as best I can, but we're putting this black part in between, and yeah, see, now I can get kind of what I want it to look like. I mean, this is best I could do without any DLC. I know you can do other stuff, but you know, it doesn't matter too much. So this is gonna be gas pump. Well, I'm gonna add 4 gas pumps, so we'll add one right here. We'll add another one right about here, and then I'm just gonna copy these 2 because I want to make this as easy as possible, and it'll be measured correctly. And yeah, and plus I can edit this and center it out a little bit more. We can actually add 6 if we wanted to, but we don't have to. Just gonna be another one, like I'll say before, for tutorial purposes. Now this is already taking kind of part on what it will look like, and I could obviously add a bunch of buttons and stuff like that, and if you want to, if you really want to, just take the rail, change the color, and we're just gonna change it to park, and we'll change it to a pink so you can kind of contrast it. And now you can see how that will stick out a little bit, and it won't show on this side either, so you can mess around with buttons and stuff like that. But the problem is, if you look at directly head on, like, it's kind of empty, and it looks, I don't know. I mean, if you really want to, you can add a ton of detail to that. I'm gonna see if this movie camera, I think I've tried this before, but it does stick out a little bit. Actually, it doesn't. So if you want to add a bunch of buttons, or if you want to do stuff like that, I mean, that looks pretty cool. And yeah, I'm not gonna do it for every one of the pumps, because one, that'll just take a ton of time. So that's basically what the pumps will look like. And I'm gonna add some rails outside of the park, because I want to have it kind of like directing flow of traffic, if you can get what that means. And let's just make this evenly. This is kind of going the extra mile, and we're gonna make this green because we want to match it with the sign or whatever. And let's just put it right here, because then the car can drive coming through this way, or if you can get what I mean. I don't know anymore, man. There we go. And then that part has an entrance, and then what we can also do is, since cars will be entering and exiting right there, right about here is where we can add another rail. And I mean, like I said, this is just a little bit tutorial, and it's starting to come together. And what we can do is actually add some light posts, because there always are lights, at least for me, from the observations I've made, is that there's always lights facing the park, even though it is daytime. But we're gonna be adding some. And it's a little bit ridiculous adding them like this, but that looks fine. And I'll put a little grass pad right there. And let's see, we can also add another one somewhere over here. There we go. I mean, it's not perfect. So now we got kind of the gas part, and what we can also do, if you guys really want to, is let me think here. If you want to add, because there's always like you know, I don't know, I'm trying to think, I'm sorry. Let's see. Well, you know what I mean by, like, there's always, like, you know, garbage cans and other crap right here, so we'll just add that around. Bear with me, as I said before in this tutorial. I'm just trying to, because this is long and I'm kind of making it up as I go. That's why this one's a little bit longer. So now we're gonna add some garbage cans, and we don't need a ton, so we're just gonna pick 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason I do that is because it keeps from the game freezing, and knock on wood. And we're gonna do the reclaimed one just cause we can. And we're gonna make, so I'm gonna have the garbage cans on the outside of the pumps, just cause, and I don't know, I just felt like it. And if you really want to go the extra mile, well, you don't have to go the extra mile, but we're gonna add the bent pole rails, and these will, as always, there's like guardrails kind of guarding it so you don't hit the freaking thing and explode the gas station. So yeah, there's a reason why there's these poles guarding each thing, and now you can start getting the big picture on the detail and stuff we're adding. And there we go. This isn't perfect, but it's a tutorial, so we're all right. And I guess this tutorial is getting pretty long, but we're gonna still keep going. So as you can see, now it looks pretty awesome, and like I said, you can add stuff there. And yeah, that sounded weird. So when you're at a gas station, at least for me, I also noticed that there's like a bunch of not potholes, but like sewer things and whatnot. So we're gonna be adding some of those. So let's just make this a dark brown, and we'll countersink this in as best as our abilities, and we'll do another one, and we'll move this one in also. It's not the best, but you know what I mean by having those random potholes and stuff, even though it's not potholes. I don't know. And we'll add some cars in here to make it look like this place is way busier than it actually is. And then I'll make the storefront of it in a second. And then let's just add a SUV in here. Look at that, looks fantastic, and it's starting to, it looks pretty a decent gas station. Now if we want to add some type of sign or whatever, you can possibly make another sign without DLC, but I'm going to be using DLC for this one because this is basically like you can make one right in the corner right here. I'm just make this brown just because right there, and like so, and because we want to cover up that crap, even though you won't be seeing it, but for right now we'll cover that up. And now we can change this sign to whatever color we want, and that looks, it's starting out to look, I mean, it's kind of, I think I've said that a billion times, so it looks pretty awesome right now. Matches that sign. And now we're gonna add some windows and stuff because it'll look a lot nicer with the windows. And we'll leave the windows green because I guess that's gonna be the color scheme of this park. I mean this gas station. And we'll do 3 windows like here. Not 100% perfect, but does get the job done. And also behind here, like you can add come up with any type of loading dock ideas or any type of stair sets. I'm not going to be doing that just because it's a lot of time, and that's a completely separate tutorial that you can do that stuff on. And I kind of want to delete this because that one doesn't look as good. And now we're going to be adding the kind of the little sidewalk surrounding the entire well, not the entire, but most of the building. The thing is, we don't have to be 200% perfect with this, and this is kind of, I'm gonna leave it off with this part of the tutorial because there's a lot of stuff and I'm way over the limit. But I think I've showed you guys how to build doorways and whatnot, or you've seen from other videos. I mean, they're not that hard to make, like windows and stuff like that. I'm gonna be just using this like glass, and then this would be kind of like how you could see through, and then obviously we can just add a door right there. But I'm gonna cut it off at that because its tutorial's been super long. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I know I didn't really get into too much of the spot, but I mean, it's from the looks of it, to me, I can at least make out a gas station. And obviously you can add a way more ton of detail. I don't think that makes sense, but you can add so much more stuff. You can add a little grass growing out of the ground, some garbage, and like obviously add those mailboxes and stuff like that. But again, this is just a tutorial to get your kind of, to show you guys someone exactly how to do it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please leave a like for this awesome long tutorial. Tomorrow I'll be releasing another episode of Let's Build, and yeah, thanks for watching, and leave a comment about what I should do next. And yeah, so thanks for watching. I'm gonna let the outro play, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Hello, thanks for watching my video. Please leave a like and comment. It'll help out my channel a lot. Please subscribe for future uploads, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at pancakes and at It's Chris Owens. And thanks for watching.